Okay, so get this. For this deep dive, we're doing things a little differently.
Interesting.
Yeah. Instead of tackling a single topic, we're diving headfirst into the world of a person,
Okay.
Hitesh Shetty.
I like it. Sounds intriguing already.
It is. It's like we've been handed pieces of a puzzle. And not just from one box, mind you.
Oh, so what kind of puzzle pieces are we talking about?
We're talking articles, online bios, even got a glimpse of his resume scattered bits of information, really? Our mission, should we choose to accept it, is to piece it all together.
And see what picture emerges.
Precisely. Uncover the story behind the story.
And I have a feeling this is going to be a fascinating picture to uncover because when you really dig into Hitesh Shetty's story, the thing that grabs you is, well, he seems to be way ahead of the curve on not one, but two massive trends we're seeing in tech right now.
You're talking AI and Web3, right?
Go.
See, that's what caught my eye, too. Like, it's one thing to be into AI. It's everywhere these days.
For sure.
But to be deep in the Web3 world at the same time,
Yeah.
it's like, makes you wonder if he sees something the rest of us are missing.
You hit the nail on the head. It's like he spotted this connection, this synergy between those two worlds way before most people even knew where to look.
Okay, so let's unpack this seeing the future superpower a little bit. You're talking about his track record as an early adopter.
Absolutely. I mean, we're talking about someone who was sourcing mobile apps from Poland back in 2005.
Well, 2005, that's way before the iPhone even.
Yeah.
Back when most people didn't even know what an app was.
Exactly. It's like, remember that friend you had in high school who always knew about the cool new bands before they were cool?
Oh,
That's Hitesh, but with tech. He was sourcing apps from Poland when most people were still figuring out how to send a text message without getting charged per character.
sourcing apps from Poland. In 2005. That's wild. So you're saying this wasn't just a one-off, he just knew where to look for the next big thing.
He was ahead of the curve, even back then. And it wasn't just some random apps here and there. Look at his early career. Places like Idea Cellular, Vodafone. He was building gaming and video streaming products when those fields were still trying to find their footing.
Okay, so he's not just keeping up with the times, he's actively anticipating what's next.
And that's the crucial difference. He's not chasing trends. He's developing this almost uncanny intuition for where technology is headed.
Which leads us to his current role at Tata Play. Now, I gotta be honest, when I hear Tata Play, cutting-edge tech isn't exactly the first thing that springs to mind. So how does all of this fit in?
And that, my friend, is where it gets really interesting. You're right, Tata Play. They've traditionally been known for, well, traditional television, but behind the scenes, they've been going through this massive, and I mean massive, digital transformation.
Really?
And guess who's been a key player in that shift? Our very own Hitesh Shetty.
Wow, okay. So he's gone from sourcing obscure apps from, like, Eastern Europe to shaping the future of a major media company. Okay.
See? Told you it'd be good.
No, this is really cool. But I'm starting to see how this whole early adopter instinct, it's not just some abstract thing. It translates into real-world impact.
Right. It's not just about being in the right place at the right time. It's about recognizing the potential in those new technologies, having the vision, really, to apply them in these new, innovative ways, which is exactly what he's been doing at Tata Play. The streaming platform,
Yeah.
the apps, even those home security systems they're rolling out. That's Hitesh.
It's like he's been piecing together this incredible skill set all along, gathering all these unique experiences so he'd be ready to lead this kind of digital transformation.
Yeah.
And it makes his interest in both AI and Web3 even more intriguing. Like, this isn't just some hobby for him.
Right.
It's like he's looking even further down the road at how these trends, AI, Web3, how they might actually work together to shape the future, even beyond what he's doing at Tata Play.
Yep.
Okay, but walk me through this whole AI and Web3 connection. Because on the surface, I got to be honest, they seem kind of different.
You think?
AI is all about algorithms, machine learning, all that.
Yeah.
But then Web3 is all about decentralization, blockchain. How do those two even go together?
That's where his writing comes in. Remember that Substack he has, the AI and GPT Hunter?
Yeah, we mentioned that earlier.
It's not just him reviewing the latest AI tools, although he does that too. He's looking at how those tools can actually empower people.
Okay.
Like he had this one post where he was comparing all those different AI-powered writing assistants that are popping up everywhere. And it wasn't about which one could spit out a grammatically correct email the fastest. He was thinking bigger picture. Which ones actually give you, the user, the most control over your voice, your ideas, things like that.
Interesting. See, most people would just be happy if the AI could write a decent email, period. But he's thinking about what it means for creativity,
To
even ownership.
Exactly. And that's where the Web3 connection starts to kind of click into place. Because at its heart, Web3 is all about giving people more control, ownership over their digital lives, their data. And then you see his other newsletter, the Web3 Crypto Curator. It's all about those projects that are using the blockchain to make things more transparent, more equitable.
Okay, wait, hold on. I think I'm starting to see what you mean. Is he suggesting that AI could be the key to building a more decentralized internet? One that's not controlled by those big tech companies we hear so much about.
Well, he doesn't come right out and say it in those exact words, at least not in the stuff we looked at. But the hints are definitely there. And that's what makes this deep dive so interesting. It's not just about uncovering information about Hitesh Shetty. It's about, I don't know, starting to think like him a little,
Yeah.
connecting those dots, seeing the potential in these new technologies.
I like that. And you're right, this is exciting. Because if he's right, in these two worlds, AI and Web3, if they really do end up converging the way he seems to be hinting at, well, that has huge implications for everyone. So for our listener out there, maybe thinking, okay, this is all fascinating, right? But how does this actually apply to me? What can we learn from Hitesh's journey, even if we're not all, tech geniuses working on the cutting edge?
That's the question, isn't it? And I don't think the takeaway here is go buy a bunch of cryptocurrency or learn to code an AI tomorrow. It's about something a bit deeper. It's more about cultivating a certain, I don't know, mindset.
Like how to be more adaptable, especially in the world of tech. Things change so fast.
Exactly. It's about embracing that curiosity, being open to exploring these new ideas, even if at first glance they seem, I don't know, a little out there.
Right.
Remember, we were talking about Hitesh sourcing those apps from Poland back when, what was it, 2005? Most people barely even knew what an app was.
It's true. So
Yeah.
don't be afraid to think differently. Look in those unexpected places, right?
Precisely. And don't just follow the crowd. Hitesh, he doesn't just jump on whatever the hot new trend is. He tries to see what's underneath, the patterns, the connections other people might be missing. Like, he's constantly asking himself, what if?
I like that. What if?
What if AI could be the key to this truly decentralized internet, What if Web3 unlocks all these creative possibilities we haven't even thought of yet?
It's like he's playing 4D chess, and the rest of us are still trying to figure out checkers.
That's a great way to put it. And the best part, you don't have to be a tech expert to at least start thinking this way. It's really just about that curiosity and being willing to connect those dots.
So where do we begin? If someone's listening to this, intrigued, wants to explore these ideas further, what's the one question they should be asking themselves after they finish listening to this deep dive?
Honestly, ask yourself, what does Hitesh Shetty see that I'm missing? And really keep that question in the back of your mind. When you're reading about AI, exploring the whole Web3 world, even just encountering any new technology, challenge yourself. Look beyond just the surface. Consider the bigger picture. Who knows? You might be surprised at what you find.
Yeah, you might just spot that next big thing before everyone else, just like Hitesh. And on that note, that's a wrap for this deep dive. Until next time.